Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your man B Swift. Thank you for joining us. And today we are here with Miss Connie from INHP. Now, you've heard me talk about INHP because I am a huge fan of INHP because INHP helps people understand what it takes to own a home. And it's so much there, and they give you step by step by step by step until you get to the closure. And I'm talking about it is great. And Miss Connie is here. Can you tell people about INHP?
Yeah, first of all, thank you for having me here today. INHP is an organization, and that's the Indianapolis Neighborhood Housing Partnership. And we're an organization that's been in existence for over 30 years now. INHP helps to remove any barriers that may stand between an individual and homeownership. Our mission is to increase affordable and sustainable homeownership opportunities for individuals and families. And we do that kind of through a three-pronged method of education, of lending, and of advising.
One thing I love about INHP is the way you guys help people understand how to become a homeowner. And you do it through education and advising. What do you do at INHP and how do you help people?
So I've been here at INHP for a little over 10 years. And again, I am one of many HUD, Housing and Urban Development, certified housing counselors here at INHP. But specifically, my title is Program Liaison. And so what I do is I'm able to sit with an individual for up to 24 months to help them to remove any of those barriers that may stand between them and homeownership, whether it is savings or budgeting or just having financial knowledge and education. I also teach some of the training classes here at INHP, one of my favorite being our Dollars and Cents class that, is kind of the foundation for being able to be successful with your finances, budgeting, savings, etc.
Now, I want to get into that because we was having a conversation and I told you I enjoyed the budgeting class. I did it online. And there's some great things inside of all of these classes when you get into the dollars and cents and you teach the principle. And I really like this phrase that I'm about to use. I'm the boss of my money. I really love the way that sounds, but what does that mean?
So I absolutely love that phrase too. Anytime I get the opportunity to be a boss of something, it's a good day for me. So the way we think about I am the boss of my money is just that your money does not, you tell your money what to do. It doesn't tell you what to do. You control your money. It does not control you. So the same way if you were the boss of anything else, you're in control. You've got to know what's going on. You've got to know with respect to your money, what's coming in, what's going out.
But how do you do that and where do you start? Because it's easier said than done. And I'm a person who can say that. So how do you do that and where do you start?
So what we try to do is start people out with a budget when they come into our program. And we teach them how to track everything that's going on. We teach them how to make sure that they're doing that budget, maybe doing the budget ahead of time so that there are no surprises. The budget is basically that blueprint for your financial success. So being the boss of your money means just knowing what's going on. You can track that or keep that on a budget, and that will help you to live out that principle, if you will.
But let me be honest with you. A budget can be like over the top intimidating. Like, you know what I mean? So what do people need to know about budgeting? Because when you hear that, you automatically think I'm on punishment with my money.
Right. The dreaded B word, right?
Yeah.
So that budget, it can be intimidating if you allow it to be intimidating. What the key to doing a budget is just remembering that budget is a tool, and that tool is there to help you. So if you don't think about it from the perspective of, oh, it's a drudgery, oh, it's something that I really don't want to do, but more so, this is going to help me. This is going to help me to be financially successful. This is going to help me to meet my goals. That's what makes it a little bit easier to keep that budget.
And that makes sense. Now, you teach us this budget, and we're all humans, of course, and we all run into roadblocks, and we all get a little comfortable inside, especially when you have a budget and you say, you know what, I followed this budget for 6 months the right way. I
Right.
deserve a reward. What are some of the common mistakes or places where people get tripped up when it comes to budgeting?
So the first thing I would say is people have to realize that that budget's a working document. It's a flexible, moving, living, breathing thing. You can't budget today for gas, say $50 for the month, and then think it's going to be the same thing 12 months down the road. So you got to know that it's flexible. Some of the pitfalls that I see people happen is when they don't write it down. They don't really know what their income is, what's coming in, what has to go out. So some of those things can trigger a pitfall with your budget. I think just making sure that you do the budget ahead of time so that you're prepared for whatever's coming up, making sure that you give every dollar an assignment or a job, a task to do, so that you know exactly where that money has to go. Those are some of the things I've seen people have a kind of a roadblock with. But if you can manage doing that, and INHP can help, absolutely, you'll be fine with the budget.
And that's dope. Now, if I want to start this budget, does INHP have something I can use? Because in my head, I'm like, well, do I just go get a notebook? Do I just write this down, or do you have a tracker maybe that's a guide or an app?
That's actually an excellent question, and I'll tell you the truth. INHP does have a budget on our website at INHP.org. However, when I'm working with a client, I don't necessarily expect them to always use the INHP budget. You can use whatever budget is going to work for you. And that's the best budget out there, is the one that you're going to use and the one that's going to be successful and work for you. So you can use, if you want to, you can create an Excel spreadsheet. When I first started budgeting, that's what I did. I had an Excel spreadsheet, I had graphs, I had colors, I had everything out there for that budget. And it worked for a while for me, but then it got to be too much. And so I stopped using it. And that's what you don't want to do. You don't want to stop using the budget. So we do recommend that people use whatever works for them, that's going to monitor what's coming in, monitor what's going out, making sure, again, like I said, doing it ahead of time, and that every dollar is assigned a task.
And that's dope, and that's good to know. I like the INHP one. I'm not gonna lie. I have a brother who uses the back of an envelope. He's amazing at it. Don't know how he does it, but he's amazing. What should people do if they want to start being the boss of their money and assigning every dollar? What's the first steps?
So coming through INHP, maybe connecting with us, going on our website, or finding a budget for yourself that you can use if you just want to track, writing everything down. Every dollar that you're planning on spending for the month should be tracked on your budget. So a lot of times what we'll do is we'll just track our bills. But you need to track the other stuff too, the fun stuff. Maybe if you stop at Speedway every day, or if you stop at another organization every day to eat, you need to track that, and you're going to do it ahead of time. So again, that you make sure that everything that's coming, you're expecting it, and you're not going to fall short. Doing that budget ahead of time also allows you to be able to make changes if you need to. Those are the things that we recommend.
All right. Now, I've been on INHP.org. It's very easy to use. You can find what you need. There's so much we can really talk about right now, but I know that's what classes are for, and we encourage people to go to INHP.org and sign up. But what message do you want to leave people with about managing their money?
It's been a very tough year, I think, for many people. I think that, and we talked a little bit about it earlier, I think that it's important that people know that they need to save, that they need to manage their money effectively. They need to know what's coming in and what's going out. But the number one thing I would like to say to people is that you can do this. It's not rocket science. It can be intimidating, like you said. It can be hard. But you can do this. And I just encourage people, if you want to get more control over your finances, if you want to get more control over your money and over your budget, try starting with learning what's coming in. Just try starting with writing down what has to be paid. And then follow up with INHP, pull up a budget from somewhere. If you want to use our budget, that's fine. If you want to use a spiral pad and just write down everything, that's fine too. But just remember, keep that budget, save your money. You can do this.
Well, Ms. Connie, I thank you for joining me today and giving a lot of insightful information. And I encourage everyone out there to go check out INHP.org, check out the classes, check out what they offer. You can always sign up any given time for any class and enroll. And I promise you, I wouldn't send you nowhere that I haven't been. And I go to INHP.org all the time. I've checked out budgeting. I've checked out home ownership, and I've started the process of learning what I need to do and how I can move on to be prepared for the next step. So again, I encourage each and every one of you. They have an amazing team over there that will help you out. And again, that's INHP.org, INHP.org. Check the website out. It's very simple, and the team is on standby to help you with any questions that you have. All right. Ms. Connie, thank you for being a part of this. We're going to make these dollars make sense. We're going to get this budget and not let it intimidate us, and so much more. And again, I go by B Swift, and you all have a great one.